Hello everyone, welcome back to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, hit the thumbs down if you don't, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. So today I'll be showcasing Tapu Koko from Battle Styles. Let's start with the new Tapu Koko V. It has 210 HP with 2 attacks. The first one is Electro Ball. For 1 lightning, it will deal 40 base damage. Its second attack is Spiral Thunder. For 2 lightning and 1 colorless energy, it will deal 20 base damage. And this will deal an extra 40 damage for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't overlook the strength of this Tapu Koko V. Even if you don't evolve this into VMAX, this attack can do tremendous amount of damage on its own, especially if your opponent uses a lot of energy to attack. Its Dynamax form is Tapu Koko VMAX. It has 320 HP. With just 1 attack, Max Shock. For 2 lightning and 1 colorless, it will deal 180 damage. And if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, this will paralyze your opponent's active Pokemon as well. And if your opponent can't get out of the paralysis, you can technically 2-hit KO any Pokemon VMAX in the game. So you can practically get 3 prizes just for being behind on prizes. A great way to force our opponent to get a prize card so that we have more remaining is by using this stage 1 electrode with the Buzz Zap generator. Once during your turn, you can search your deck for up to 2 lightning energy and attach them to any of your lightning Pokemon in any way you like. This electrode will get knocked out as the effect of the ability, and your opponent gets a prize card for it. So not only will it help us energize our lightning type Pokemon, it can also help set up Tapu Koko VMAX attack, enabling it to paralyze our opponent's active. But be careful, be sure to plan ahead and strategize carefully your prize exchange, because if you get too far behind on prizes, you might just set yourself up to a losing game. I've also added Rapid Strike Urshifu V and VMAX line in this build as an experiment because this Pokemon can do tremendous amount of damage for just 1 or 2 energies, and since you can practically use this in any deck. Its attack Gale Thrust can do 30 damage, but if you moved it from the bench to the active during your turn, it can do 150 damage instead. And its second attack is Gmax Rapid Flow, which can deal 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, and you have to discard all its energy. While this deck build only consists of lightning energies, I will include 3 copies of Rapid Strike energy, which will fulfill the fighting type energy requirement for this Urshifu, and this will add a fighting type Pokemon to this build. While Tapu Koko VMAX is already strong, I have also included other lightning attackers to this build, which complements Tapu Koko very well. Bolton V, for example, has the attack Electrify. For 1 lightning, you can search your deck for 2 lightning energy and attach them to your benched Pokemon in any way you like. So this really helps to energize our Pokemon. Bolt Storm is also a very strong attack. For 1 lightning and 1 colorless, it will deal 10 damage and 30 more damage for each lightning energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So if you have 10 lightning energies in play, you can deal 310 damage. Another attacker I have is the awesome Pincurchin. Since we are focusing on Tapu Koko VMAX paralysis tech, why not add another one? Pincurchin has the attack Shocking Needles. For 2 lightning energy, you have to flip 4 coins. It will deal damage 30 times the number of heads resulted from the coin flips. And if 2 of them are heads, you will also paralyze your opponent's active Pokemon. This Pokemon is so good at dealing chip damage, and it can also help you stall since the success rate for that paralysis is actually really good. And we can also use this when dealing with Decidueye or Altaria. I'm also using Tapu Koko Prism Star for its Dance of the Ancients ability, allowing us to get 2 lightning energy from the discard and attach them to 2 of our benched Pokemon. As for consistency, I have 1 copy of Crobat V for its Dark Acid ability and Dedenne GX for its DAA Change ability. And speaking of paralysis, we can also use its Stingly Return GX attack, which can deal 50 damage, paralyzes your opponent's active, and you return the Dedenne GX and everything attached to it back to your hand. And lastly, I have Mew for its Bench Barrier ability. As for the rest of the deck, I also have Escape Rope, Evolution Incense, Ordinary Rod, Pokemon Communication, Quick Ball, Switch, Boss's Orders, Cheryl, which can fully heal our evolved Pokemon during clutch moments, which can prevent our opponent from taking a crucial 3 prize wins. Cynthia and Caitlin, Marnie, Professor's Research, Air Balloon, and EXP Share. As for energy, I have Speed Energy, Weakness Guard Energy, especially with lots of fighting types in the meta right now, and basic lightning energies. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below, but enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, so they're gonna make us go first, which is fine with me. So we have Pincurchin. I think Pincurchin can go into the active. Tapu Koko Prism Star can help us energize, and Electrode Line for energy. We have a Quick Ball, so we can get, and a Lightning Energy. We can get either a Boltund or a Tapu Koko VMAX. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and just energize Pincurchin. I'm just gonna pass because I don't want to discard any of these cards in my hand. I'd really like to get we are up against a Pikachu, so Urshifu VMAX can definitely be a great asset in this match because we are hitting for weakness here. So, and we get a Tapu Koko V from the top deck, so I'll go ahead and use the EXP share there, evolve into Electrode, and I will Marnie. Let's see, we can use Quick Ball to get a Rapid Strike Urshifu. Hopefully it's not prized. So let's just go ahead and discard that. There it is. So we'll put that in the bench. And I'll start energizing Tapu Koko V. We only have one energy in the discard, so I'll save Tapu Koko Prism Star. I'll go ahead and energize Pincurchin and also Tapu Koko V. So they're gonna get a prize card for that, which is okay. I mean, let me just use this. I'll just put one energy on Urshifu V, because we could start attacking as early as next turn. Sweet, sweet. So we get to paralyze, and that could stall. That paralysis is actually really good because even if they can get out of it, that will prompt them to use up their trainer cards, any switching cards or anything like that. So it prompts them to use it up, and later on in the game, as the game progresses, when they run out of it, that could cost them the game. So I am feeling confident with this matchup, especially with Rapid Strike Urshifu on our build here. So we just have to be smart because Pikachu decks do have a lot of attacks. They do use a lot of crushing hammers. It can be very disruptive like that. They can also paralyze if they have the right Chew Tag team. So you always have to watch out for these. So they're gonna Marnie us. So we'll have to find that Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Okay, we get a Quick Ball, another Tapu Koko V, and a Professor's Research. Okay, they managed to knock out our Pincurchin, and they have another Pikachu. And then with the EXP share, we can transfer this energy, so we can start paralyzing with Tapu Koko V. We just have to hope that we get a VMAX. Okay, I think I'll just use this Quick Ball, and that will reshuffle our deck. We can get a Mew so we can protect our bench, because Pikachu can definitely hit the bench. I'm gonna use Professor's Research. Ooh, we get us Rapid Energy here, so I think I'm just gonna use Evolution Incense to get a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, energize this, and then what we could do is retreat, and then with Gale Thrust we can knock out this Pikachu. 300 damage because we are hitting for weakness. So that gives us 3 prize cards right away. So now our opponent has to rethink his strategy here, because we're well on our way to winning this this matchup. So in addition with Tapu Koko VMAX, this Urshifu. I think it covers another strong strong fighter in the meta right now, so it's just really good. I do appreciate the inclusion of Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX in this build. So they have a lot of energy actually. And that's why I'm saying Tapu Koko V has been overlooked for some time, you know. They always say that the one in the Sword and Shield base set is better because it has free retreat and it can hit for 200 for 3 energies. But, you know, given the right situation, this Tapu Koko V is actually really strong. Because although you can't control how many energies your opponent has in play, when they do though, it will deal a ton of damage. So like our Pikachu matchup here, they have a lot of energies on their end. So if we use Tapu Koko V, we can just knock out this Bolton V. Let's see. We can use Escape Rope. That will force them to switch out. Let's see who they choose. Doesn't matter. We can just knock out whoever they choose to put in the active. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Tapu Koko V in the active. I mean, we can always just retreat and use Rapid Strike, but I'm gonna go ahead and use Spiral Thunder. Look at that, 300 damage. like I said, man, don't underestimate the Tapu Koko V that came out of Battle Styles. It is a huge, it's a big damage hitter. So don't overlook it. 210 HP, it's fair. But you don't necessarily have to evolve into a VMAX so that you can hit hard. Evolve into VMAX if you have to use the paralysis tech to it, but it's not necessary. So let's see. They need one more energy to energize this Pikachu for it to be. They're probably looking for like a energy switch or something. There's the Crushing Hammer. That's like the first time I've seen the Crushing Hammer. Okay, it doesn't matter. We have 2 energies on our hands, so let's see if they can knock out this Tapu Koko V. But with the air balloon here, it's actually good for us because we can just put any of our other bench Pokemon like Mew or Tapu Koko V and then just retreat, and we can finish any of their Pokemon with Rapid Strike Urshifu with its Gale Thrust. So yeah, I think if they had a Mew tag team, it would actually improve their deck a little bit more. Crushing Hammer, man, look at that. Whew, that was a close one. If they had gotten that one, Tag Bolt GX. Dude, that didn't knock us out. Well, since they have a lot of energy, we can just knock out this Pikachu. Let's just do this. Spiral Thunder for 300 damage. For KO. Good game. My goodness, Tapu Koko V. Alright, on to our next match. We are gonna go first here. We're gonna mulligan. Let's see who we're up against. Or what we're up against. Okay, we have Voltorb. Our hand is not looking good here. We get a Cheryl. So we will just have to Pokemon Communication here. And I can start setting up a Tapu Koko V. We are up against a Centiskorch VMAX deck. So this could be an excellent demonstration again of Tapu Koko V's power. Not Tapu Koko VMAX. Tapu Koko V. Yes. But we are showcasing all of them, so you know, a combination of could possibly this could be a nice showcase. Although our hand is looking really bad right now. We have an evolution incense. I think I can get an electrode. Let's see. Okay, so they could knock out electrode if they evolve into a Centiskorch VMAX. I'm hoping that they put a lot of energy on it. Maybe we can one-hit KO with the Tapu Koko V, given that they have a lot of energies in play. That Cheryl doesn't worry me because they'll have to, when they use that, they're gonna lose all their energies. But we gotta get some basic Pokemon on our bench here, otherwise we are gonna lose. 3 energy for a 12, 16. They're not gonna knock us out with 4 energies. Ooh, they discarded a welder. So they're gonna go for a giant hearth for 2 energies. Oh, they got another welder. Okay. 5 energies. Okay, for a 12, 16. 240. We can retaliate with well, that's gonna be it for us. Oh, we got a quick ball. So I'll fully energize Tapu Koko V. We can get the DAA here. We just have to sacrifice that. Get a Mew. Let's get a Tapu Koko VMAX. We will have to use its paralysis here, I think. Would be good. Otherwise, we can just get knocked out. I'll go ahead and use another Pokecom. And then I'm gonna get Rapid Strike Urshifu. We're gonna start setting it up. Put Pincurchin in the bench. Put the air balloon there. And I'm just gonna attack here and paralyze our opponent. So they'll have to switch out and see what happens. They'll need 2 switch or something like that to get out of this paralysis. So now they have 6. You know, you can 2-hit KO any VMAX with Tapu Koko VMAX. So 180, that's 360. 360. Yeah. We're just about that range to knock out this Centiskorch VMAX. That's good. They weren't able to switch it out. So Max Shock here will get us 3 prizes. 360 total damage to their Centiskorch VMAX. We get a Rapid Energy, Rapid Strike Energy. So we can now attack with Rapid Strike Urshifu V. And once we evolve into a VMAX, we should be fine. This Heatran will not be able to knock us out, even if they use GX. It's only going to hit for 150, so we're good. We are good. So even if they hit us for another 150, we're still going to survive. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Put that EXP share on Pincurchin, and we're one hit point away from knocking out this Heatran with Tapu Koko VMAX attack. Ooh, we can just do this then. Since they switch out their DAA. We'll get 2 prizes for that. Thank you very much for that freebie. Okay. Well, there you have it. Alright, so let's get into another game here. Yeah, let's go first. Okay, Bolton V looks good to me to go into the active. We can start energizing our bench. We do have a lightning energy to do that, so quick ball, we can use that to get a Tapu Koko V to start. We can put this Pincurchin on the bench, that's fine. That's a good attack to paralyze our opponent too. We can use that to stall. Alright, we got an NDDV, so our opponent can heal a lot of their Pokemon's active. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put an energy. We can't attack yet, so we'll just have to give it to our opponent for now. I don't want to discard any of our cards. Weakness guard, I don't know what we're up against here. Okay, it looks like we're up against a dark type deck. We have Sable IV, which can be very dangerous. So all they have to do is do a bunch of chip damage and then attack for a knockout. So like what I've showcased in the previous video, Sable IV is very dangerous. All you need is like 5 or 6 damage counters. You can knock out any Pokemon in the game with that much damage on them. So there's the Aurora Energy, so it's ready to attack. Just needs to put a lot of damage counters against our Pokemon. Although, you know what? I should make a deck just by using Hoopa and Sable IV. I really like that combination when I tried that with Slowbro deck. I thought that was pretty cool. And then put a bunch of Nanus in there. I think that's gonna be a great deck. Oh, Dragapult V. There it is. There's our main guy. So they're using Dark type, and then okay, I can see how their deck build is. So what they're gonna do is hit a bunch with Dragapult V, VMAX, even with that 5 chip damage on their bench on our opponent, our Pokemon. Then they're gonna use Sable IV to finish it off. So very strong combination. Interesting. For now, I'm gonna use Quick Ball. I'm gonna get. We only have one Tapu Koko V. Alright, we'll just have to settle with that, I guess. And I'm just gonna use Electrify and start energizing Tapu Koko V and Pincurchin. For now though, I will just attach 2 Lightning Energy and Tapu Koko V because it requires 3 energies to attack, while Pincurchin only needs 2. Good thing I didn't, because earlier I was gonna discard that weakness guard using the quick ball so I can get a basic, but that's the thing with weakness guard, you do have to spare it unless you really need to discard it. Don't, because like this matchup, it's probably not a good idea to put Urshifu VMAX line out because it's weak against Psychic and we're just gonna lose that way. So even with this weakness guard, it's probably not a good idea to do that. So they only hit us for 60, which is good. And even if they hit us for 130, we're gonna survive with 10 HP with Bolton. So unless they have another Zigzagoon, for now I'll just use Electrify here and fully energize our 2 attackers in the bench. So what I could do here is use Pincurchin in our next turn, hoping for at least 2 heads on our attack so that we can start chipping away at this Dragapult VMAX and stall. Ooh, there's the Zigzagoon. Look at that, 70. Perfect math right there. So all they have to do is attack with Dragapult. That will knock out our Bolton V. and they're gonna deal 5 damage or 5 damage counters. Okay, 10 on 1 damage counter on Pincurchin and 4 on Tapu Koko V. Yeah, so we are just at that knockout range with that Sableye. For now, I'm gonna use Shocking Needles here. Come on, give me, yes, perfect. So we have 60 damage on their Dragapult VMAX, paralyzing it. So, I mean, with all those cards in their hand, there's no way they don't have a switch, so they could just switch it out. And they have Indeedee V to re-heal this Dragapult VMAX. Wow. How very convenient. I should actually showcase Dragapult VMAX deck. I have been wanting to try out the Urshifu with Dragapult. That seems like an interesting deck build. I haven't really tried it out yet. I would really like to try it out. So maybe I will showcase that at some point. 130 damage. Okay. Well, we'll just put Tapu Koko V. Put that Voltorb. Unfortunately, we don't have. I was hoping for a trainer card so that we can evolve into a VMAX. We can knock out the Sableye V with Tapu Koko VMAX. But I think with 4 energies, 4, 8, yeah, Spiral Thunder should knock it out. Yeah, sweet. 180 damage because they had 4 energies. Again, Tapu Koko V saving the day. My goodness. Voltorb has 60 HP, so we're fine. Unless they can reuse that Zigzagoon. This Dragapult should not be able to knock out Voltorb. So hopefully what we could do is use Spiral Energy or Speed Energy. Spiral Energy, okay. Speed Energy, we can use that. Maybe we can draw into something, hopefully like a Professor's Research or something. And we can get a VMAX so we can... We are still behind on prizes, so we can still paralyze this Dragapult VMAX. So we can stall. And what I'm planning to do is to just use up Tapu Koko Prism and Electrode. So if we're gonna lose one prize anyways, might as well use it to energize our Pokemon. So 170. So let's evolve into Electrode. So with another hit from Dragapult, Electrode will not survive. So I'd rather just get another... Okay, we get a Professor's Research. Good. Yeah, I'll have to sacrifice everything. I need something here. Okay, we got a VMAX. Sweet. We got Pokecom. So let's evolve into Tapu Koko VMAX. We should be able to survive Dragapult's attack now. So they'll need to hit us twice. I'll use Ordinary Rod to get ourselves. I mean, that could be useful, I guess. And Bolton, get 2 energies back from our deck to our deck. We can still use the Prism Star. And we're gonna Pokemon Communication Bolton, yeah. With enough energy in play, we should be able to hit for huge damage. I think. Yeah, 320 plus their healing is not gonna help. I don't know. Yeah, let's just put Voltorb in the bench for now. We can use it to energize some more so that we can increase Bolton's attack. I'm just gonna thin out my deck here, I guess. It doesn't matter. I don't want them to see that we have a Rapid Strike. So I just got Tapu Koko VMAX. I think I'm gonna get a Dedenne. That will get us more cards in our hand. Okay. So what I could do here is attack with Bolton V. So I'll just sacrifice one prize card and energize this Bolton. And then I'm gonna use Tapu Koko Prism Star so that we can get more energies in play. And the next turn, maybe, well, I don't know by that time if Tapu Koko VMAX can still survive all that attack from Dragapult. So for now, let's just put these two energies. So we got 4, 8. 8 times 3. 24, 240. Plus 10, 250. Unfortunately, it's not enough to knock out this Dragapult VMAX. I mean, we can Max Shock here, paralyze it. Hopefully they don't have a switch. I mean, even if they switch it out, we can just Boss's Order to finish it off. Ooh, but they have another Dragapult VMAX in the bench. Now we have 2 of them to worry about. Unbelievable. See, with Dragapult VMAX, it's really good at sniping weaker Pokemon. So for one, anyways, for me, when I build a deck, I try not to use all Vs and VMAXs or GX, and not use any single prizers, because you know, a lot of the single prizers are the ones that kind of help you with your consistency, and like Electrode helps you with energizing. So it's kind of hard not to use and get Decidueye to counter all GX and V. So there's like there's always, you just can't. so almost all decks have, like, I mean, they have only Zigzagoon to work with, so those become liabilities, especially when you're up against Dragapult VMAX. So okay, so that's good. Our opponent doesn't have anything to escape out of that paralysis, which is good. Let's switch into Bolton. We should be able to knock out this guy. Use the speed energy. We do draw 2 more cards, and I'm just gonna Bolt Storm to knock out this Dragapult VMAX. So we got 3 prizes for that. Sweet. And hopefully they don't have any Stamp or anything like that, or Marnie, because that Boss's Order is again gonna be a game-winning card. All we have to do is snipe one of those, one of their bench Pokemon. Doesn't matter which one. We just finish off with Tapu Koko VMAX. So hopefully they don't have anything. They won't be able to knock out our Tapu Koko. They won't be able to knock out the Dedenne. And they won't be able to knock out Bolton V. They need 2 more prizes to win. So if they don't get anything here, unless they Stamp us, Marnie us, or something, they could still win, because we can't knock out their Dragapult VMAX. I mean, they have 2 switch here. Yeah, it depends on how they build their deck. Do they have a Stamp, Marnie? That could okay, they're gonna boss. Okay, they're gonna boss Order Electrode. We'll lose 1 prize card for that. They won't be able to shuffle our. Okay, there's the Crobat. Hopefully there's no Stamp, because once our prizes are tied, we won't be able to paralyze them anymore. I mean, we can GX attack. We can hit for 50 with the Dedenne GX, but I don't know if we will be able to. mean, we can hit for 10. Yeah, we can paralyze with Dedenne, and then we can just put this energy and then Bolton to knock out this. But you know what? We're fine. Let's just use boss's order here. I'm just gonna go for Dedenne for the easy max shot KO 180 for the win. Oh my gosh, that was so close. That was a really good game. Good game to our opponent. Good game. You have a good deck. Good game. Tapu Koko is a really good addition to the Lightning V and VMAX roster. Tapu Koko V can rival Centiskorch VMAX attack, and Tapu Koko VMAX can get you back in the game when it starts paralyzing your opponent's Pokemon when you're behind on prizes. Other than its weakness to fighting, Tapu Koko V and VMAX are actually pretty well balanced in its design in my opinion. And I also like pairing it with Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, which can snipe any 2 Pokemon for that finishing blow. This build is definitely one of a kind. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.